Hey everybody, my name is Andy and welcome to the live stream. Hope y'all had a great Wednesday. As every Wednesday, we are now live. And it's funny, I just got a notification telling me that I'm live on my live stream. Good job, YouTube. If you don't send out notifications to anybody else, at least you sent one to the person doing it. Good job. We'll get into the decision to make here in a minute. One thing I would like to say, college football is back, baby. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Seems like it's been so long. Actually, it doesn't seem that long since college football's been gone, but it'll go by just as quick, I'm sure. Representing my Gators Day. Jimmy, what's up, buddy? How are you? How was your Wednesday in general? I started to say afternoon, but we've not got to the afternoon. How's your Wednesday in general? Daniel, what's up? What up, Gear? How you, Daniel? I'm doing pretty good. Not much here. Just sitting here relaxing with the dog. Actually, I got to tell y'all, before I was doing this, I was watching South Park. I don't know. There ain't a whole lot on TV right now. What up, Gear? What up, Chad? How's it going, buddy? How you doing? Barry, gig 'em Aggies. Yeah, everybody, they've got a big game this weekend. Who are they playing? Clemson this weekend? Is that who they're playing? I think it's Clemson, ain't it? That's a big game. That's a big, big game, and I think it's in Death Valley. That might be a little bit tough, but I've got another team on my mind right now, and all the people that live in this state know who I'm talking about. That hat needs a Clemson paw on it. No, it does not. I've been a Gators fan for a very, very long time. And a lot of people around here in Tennessee is like, how can you be a Gators fan and live in Tennessee? My heart's in Florida. I want to live in Florida. I'm a beach bum. I love going to Florida. I go several times a year. I root for the Gators. And I'll be going down in a few weeks to watch my Gators beat those Tennessee Vols. And while we're on that, let's talk about that. How in the world did UT let Georgia State beat them? I mean, that's embarrassing. UT played Georgia State $950,000 to come an hour up the road to Neyland Stadium and wear them out. That's horrible. That is rough right there. I'd rather be in the mountains. Oh no, I'd much rather be at the beach. You know what I think that is? I've lived in the mountains my entire life. I've got a house in North Carolina, way back up in the woods. Don't even have cell phone reception or cable there. And I've lived that my whole life. And I don't even look at the mountains anymore. As sad as that is, it's just another hill to me. I've seen them so much. It's, I want something different in my life, I think is what that is. I'm just bored of where I'm at, more or less. South Park, what? That's awesome. I watch it too. Yeah, I was watching it. I'm sure they're running, on Wednesdays they run a lot of reruns. That's funny every once in a while. I live in Tennessee now, born and raised. A Clemson fan. Cops are an embarrassment? Cops are an embarrassment? Go Gators! Go Gators! See, Eddie's got it right. Eddie says go Gators twice. I love the way he writes go on it. It's awesome. I appreciate the support, Eddie. I know we're going to beat the LSU Tigers this year. It's going to happen. And your support from Louisiana just makes me reassured of how bad that game's going to turn out for Louisiana. I appreciate it. Even people that live in Louisiana know what's going to happen. Cold. Oh, okay, cold. I see what you're saying. I think cold are an embarrassment. Autocorrect. Yeah, I know it. Vols. There we go. Vols. Vols are an embarrassment. It was horrible. I got to tell y'all. So I watched that game. I watch college football is my thing. Even my wife does this. We get up at like 9, or a little bit before 9, and we turn on College Game Day, and we watch Game Day all the way through until games start coming on. And then we watch football until we just can't hold our eyes open. If football games are on at 2 o'clock in the morning, if I can hold my eyes open at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm probably watching USC, which I hate. But if they're playing, that's probably what I'm watching. And, We do that every weekend. And I was sitting here watching the Vols play last weekend, kind of getting an idea of what Florida has in store for them or what kind of competition they're going to have here in a few weeks. And I was like, man, this game's close. And then Georgia went ahead, and I was like, whoa, whoa. And then when the fourth quarter hit, and Georgia was jumping up and down, giving four fingers for the fourth quarter, and UT looked like they were comatose over on the sideline, I knew they was beat. I knew they was beat right then. I knew they was beat. I was like, they don't have nothing left in them. They've gave up. Louisiana, baby. Yeah, Louisiana, go Gators. And Eddie says, Gators offense looked great. I have to disagree. I did not think the Gators offense looked great. It was enough to beat, Miami, but I wouldn't call it great. I hope they improve. I can't wait to see this week. We play some powder puff team this week. I can't even remember who it is. I don't know if it's Utah. It's some, I can't remember. It's a powder puff team, and I just can't wait to see if we put a beat down on them or if it's a close game. If it's a close game, I can't say that the Gators offense looks great like you can, but we'll see. We'll see. I appreciate you saying that, though. I really do. It means a lot. You got it, Jimmy. Hey, man, love the channel. Just got a new Tundra 2019 7094 edition. Nice truck. I was curious if you heard much about this Tesla screen for the Tundra. It looks nice, but worried about all the bugs it has. All right, that looks like a really cool screen. I've seen them. I've never seen one in person. I've never touched one. I've heard mixed reviews on it. I've read that people's had really good luck out of them. I've read that people didn't have such good luck out of them. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. You can take this with a grain of salt because I do not have any experience with this. I would not put one of those in my truck for fear of the bugs. If y'all watch this channel, you've heard me say a million times, technology kills reliability. That's a lot of aftermarket technology that you're even putting in the truck. Aftermarket technology is even worse than, technology from the factory. So I would stay away from that. Just my 2 cents. That's an awesome truck. No need to bring in some kind of issue that you'd probably never have if you didn't do it. That's just my 2 cents. But that's where I would be at on that. College football is the best in my opinion. I much rather watch college any day of the week, Daniel. Any day of the week. I don't hardly watch NFL at all. Back when Tebow played some, I'd watch him a little bit play NFL. And then even when Tebow played baseball, I went to Florida and watched Tebow play baseball. I do have an autographed ball. It was on my birthday. Tim was nice enough to come over, autograph a ball for me, speak to me for a second, and then that was after the game, and he went back to the locker rooms and got changed, I'm sure. After he left me, I don't know where he went, but I'm assuming that's where he went. But very nice guy. But I don't watch a lot of NFL either. Hey, Eddie Smallhorn, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Can't spell Citrus Bowl without UT. Yeah, right. They ain't gonna make no bowl. They didn't make a bowl last year. Toilet bowl, maybe. I'm just kidding to all my UT fans out there. Unless you're talking about Texas. Now, they may make a real bowl game. Texas may be legit this year. I watched them play a little bit, and they could be legit. But the other UT, not so much. Not so much. Let's see here. Where was I at? If the UT-UF game is even close, then the Gators are in for a long season. Agreed. I totally agree with that, Eddie. I appreciate your Gator support, but I totally agree with that. If it's even remotely, if UT doesn't make a complete 180 in the next 2 weeks and that game's close, we're in trouble. Hey, Jimmy Fam, what's up? Renee. Yep, Renaissance Man, I'm back on the channel. Welcome back, Rennie. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Been a while. We missed you. Excuse me. I'm drinking something that a lot of you people probably have never seen. Now, it is non-alcoholic. And if I'm not mistaken, you all can let me know this, but I do believe that Tennessee is the only place you can get this. And it is called Dr. Enough. Now, if you live in Tennessee, you probably know what Dr. Enough is. If you live outside of Tennessee, you probably don't. But the story I got on Dr. Enough was they brought this stuff out to the market and they tried it in several places across the United States. Tennessee was the only place that this was a hit at, and it was such a big hit here that they could afford to produce this stuff and only sell it in this state. They sell enough of them to make a profit in one state across the country. Now, if you can buy Dr. Enough in your state, please let me know, but I think Tennessee is the only one you can buy it. And a lot of people drink that here. A lot of people. You got, let's make sure I'm on right. Yep. You got robbed. The refs missed a few pass interference calls. Yeah, and if you're talking about the Florida game, they missed some calls on both sides. I'm not complaining about that. I'm really not one to complain about a lot of calls and stuff, but there was some calls missed on both sides. Eddie, long time bro, how's your hair? How's your hair? Is Eddie's hair doing bad? Convert Toyota Tundra into a dually. No. That's introducing new problems too. I walked on water with Tim Tebow. Nice. I do got to say, though, he is a really nice guy. Really nice guy. He was walking through. He did not sign a ton of autographs. I was like, dude, I came from Tennessee. It's my birthday. And he immediately stopped, did a 180, came back, autographed a ball, wished me happy birthday, went on down the road. Yeah, I guess he was in a hurry, but it was pretty cool. And you cannot read anything that ball says. Nothing. I have no clue how it says Tim Tebow, but it did. It says it. What? I caught a live stream? What up? Justin, what is up, buddy? How are you? You went home. So you're this rogue gypsy and you went back home. Come on, man. I want to see those pictures of where you're like camping out in the Montana mountains in like 17 feet of snow. That's what I'm waiting on. But welcome to the live stream, man. It's been good to have you here, and it's been a long time, and I'm glad to see you back. Seriously. Hope you're doing well. I get what you mean. I was thinking the same thing. Thanks for the input, man. Look forward to more videos. Thank you very much. We got about 20-some people on here right now, so, Rob Motive, he's next. I'm going to go and say howdy, cooking dinner, but I'm listening intentionally. Nice. Intently. Nice. I appreciate you being here, buddy. If you don't check out Rob Motive, go click that screen. Go subscribe to his channel. He has a Tundra and a taco. And he's fixing to get a new taco. And you know what? I've been thinking about this. I was talking to Sean. I seen a post by Sean down here. I ain't got to it yet. But I was talking to Sean earlier today, Sean DeLong on the phone, and we were talking about Tundras. And, I love my Tundra. I don't really want to get rid of it. But when the new 2021s come out, I can't see me buying a hybrid motor in a truck. I just don't know if I could do that. But when the new 21 come out, you kind of have to keep up if you're a YouTuber. That may be when I look at trading my truck. Now, that's not the big decision I need to make here, but that is something that me and Sean was talking about earlier. I don't know if I could trade it for that hybrid engine, being if that's what they come out with. Even if it gets 30 miles a gallon, I'm not sure I could do that, like some of the rumor mill has said. But, you kind of have to keep up with the times. I don't know. But let's get into what I do need your guys' help with. So I'm going to do a video about this, so I'm not going to get in depth on it, but I've been thinking about it. Should I put the fender flares back on my truck? I put a video up the other day of me fixing the scratches and stuff like that. And, I guess you all will mainly go by appearance, but I have some other stuff in my mind, and I'll bring that out in the video whenever I fully decide one way or the other. And whichever way I decide to go, I'll give you my reasons for and against that, and give you the reason on why I did which one I chose. But in this video or in this live stream, let me know what y'all think. Do you like the way it looks with or without the fender flares? Let me know why. You see Mac Brown is now coaching Tar Heels. I did, and I seen them beat South Carolina. I sure did. Congratulations, Coach Mac, on your first win back. Hey, Rob, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Spurrier said that about Tennessee years ago when the rivalry meant something. The rivalry really hadn't meant anything the last few years. The last time we got beat by Tennessee was a couple years ago, or like 3 years ago, and they hadn't beat us in like 11 years straight. And everybody at work was all hoo-hawing and giving me a hard time about Tennessee winning. And the crazy thing is, I had a bet on that game. And the bet was whoever lost couldn't cut their hair till the national championship game. And we almost went a full year. Oh my God, I'm glad I didn't go a full year. And I'm glad my hair don't grow that fast. That was horrible. That was so horrible. It drove me. I used to have like hair down to like right here. I had like really long hair back in college. And I don't know how I ever did that. Mine just barely got over where it's touching my ears. It was driving me nuts. But I finally told them, if you beat us once every 11 years, I'm good with that. I'm good with it. I'll take a butt whooping once every 11 years. I'll do that. But it's been a long time since that game meant, as big as a rivalry is. And I got to say, I work around a lot of Tennessee fans. I live in Tennessee, so there's tons of Tennessee fans here, and I get that. But I want to say, I feel bad for them. I know I give them a hard time, and it's all fun and games. If you can't like other teams and give people a hard time, what good is life? That's the fun and rivalry in sports. So I don't mean anything I say. So anybody out there watching this, like, what a jackhole saying it. It's just all good and fun. But in sincerity, I really feel bad for them. I mean, they've went all this time and so many coaches, and I'm not knocking them now, I'm being serious here. They've had all these coaches, and they think that this one's the next one. Dooley was supposed to do something. I've always thought he was dorky as could be, and I never thought he was a good coach just from looking at him, but that was just stereotyping him from his appearance. But then Butch Jones come in. I thought, hey, this guy looks like the coach off Beavis and Butthead, and I thought he'd be really strict, and that didn't work out. And now they have, what's his face, Jeremy Pruitt, and he come from Alabama, and I thought, well, he's got all this knowledge that Saban brought with him, and the last couple of years ain't worked out for him either. And they've been waiting on this big season that has just never came around yet. And I don't know. I just feel bad for them. I mean, I would never not pull for Florida, but I can't imagine going into a Saturday and not looking forward to watching the game because there's not a possibility you're going to win it. And I'm not saying that, like I said, talking down to anybody or knocking your team. I'm saying that literally I see these people every day at work, and I see their demeanor when they're talking about football, and I can't imagine not getting fired up when I'm talking about my team. I really do. And I really feel bad for them. I hope it comes around. I hope you never beat Florida, but maybe you win the rest of your games. Had to throw that in there at the end. What's up, B? Loving the new Tundra. Glad I listened to you. Joe, congratulations on the new truck. I'm glad you love it. It only gets better from here. Every time I drive my truck, I love it a little bit more. Trouser Rouser. Throbber. Yeah, he's changed his name. Rennie. Any bowl game would be a step up from where he played last week. Amen, man. But you're going to have to play a lot better to get to a bowl game. I'm just saying, man, I could not believe that happened. I could not. I was watching it and couldn't believe what I was seeing. I didn't believe it so much, I watched it again the day before yesterday, I think it was. Never heard of that drink. Yeah, a lot of people haven't. I really believe you can only get it here in Tennessee. Even though, where do you get Dr. Enough gas stations? You can get it at gas stations. I actually bought these at Walmart, and I bought some the other time at Walgreens. But you can't buy them outside the state of Tennessee, as far as I know. You'd be trading for a 21. I am seriously thinking about that. Like I said, as a YouTuber, you have to keep up with the changing, the new models and stuff like that to stay relevant on here. So as long as YouTube is still flourishing and, I'm still gaining subscribers, people are still watching the channel, stuff like that, a new Tundra probably will come to the channel in 21, no later than probably 22. If they change to the hybrid engine and that is all you can get, I don't know if I can trade the first year. I just don't know if I can bring myself to do it. All this new technology coming out, I would want to see if it was reliable. I would hate to trade my reliable truck for something that was going to break down all the time. I've had that problem before. I'm not looking to get into that again. But as long as, you know, they still offer a 5.7 the first year, maybe the second or third year. If they don't, probably. That would still suck though for the channel, because all these people buying the new hybrid version, you know, is getting all the views and stuff. But I just don't know if I could bring myself to trade something in that would be even remotely like I didn't feel comfortable driving it on long distances. Hey, Gear, how are you doing, buddy? Miguel, doing great. How are you doing? Hope you had a great Wednesday. Just trying to figure out if I need to keep the flares on the truck or take the flares off the truck. Not sure. Hey, Andy and all. Hey, East Wind, how are you, buddy? Hope you had a great Wednesday as well. Good to be back in my car. Home broke down right now. I broke down right before I visit the edges, so that's depressing. So you're going by to see the edges. Nice. I've not seen Edge on here, Brian on here in a little while. So tell him I said hi. But what happened? What broke down? What broke down on the car? Is it an easy fix? Is something's going to take a little while? Let us know. I won't get a hybrid either. Yeah, that hybrid, man. I just don't know if I can bring myself to do it. I just don't know. I just saw a Nissan Armada teaser refreshed facelift. You know, I've always liked the Armada. I kind of like the Armada better than the Sequoia as far as looks goes. Even though the Sequoia is modeled after the Tundra, when you put all that over the bed, there's just something about it I don't like. And I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about that I don't like. So an Armada or that Infinity version of it would be, I saw one of the Infinities the other day and it was really nice. Dr. Enough, never heard of it. It sounds like Cactus Cooler. Southern California is the only place I know of that sells that. I've never heard of Cactus Cooler either. If I'm ever out in Southern California, I'll try to pick one of those up and try it. But a lot of people think this tastes a little medicine-y. I don't see that. There are a lot of people drink this, and it actually says that the original energy booster at the bottom, it has a ton of vitamins in it, and they've been making this stuff since 1949 and only selling it in Tennessee. Amazing. It's amazing they can make that much money off a little bitty bottle selling it in East Tennessee. Good for them. Only if the rims match the offset. The factory offset doesn't look good with the wider stance of the truck. My rims stick out about an inch or just a little more past the side of the truck. So they do actually stick out, you know, past the fender. And if I put the fender flares on, they set basically level with the side of the fender flares. That's what we're looking at. What's up, Gear from Yazoo City? Must leave the fender flares off. Looks much better. Troy, welcome to the live stream, and I appreciate your input, buddy. I'm not going to say which way I'm leaning. I'm just curious what you all think. But I appreciate it. Thank you, and welcome to the channel. Rob says, I say leave them off. Nice. I was following my brother on 81, and he was following a trailer with his F-150. The transmission overheated, and fluid came out all over the highway in the front of my car. That's bad. That doesn't sound good. That's a bad situation. That may cost a little bit. That sucks. Leave them off looks better. That's 3 for leave them off. Ford says it's normal when you tow, the fluid will expand and leak, but there's no dipstick or way to add fluid to it. On the way to the dealer to be fixed, the transmission started slipping. God, that sucks, dude. When you're towing, are you talking about your brother's Ford messed up or your car messed up? Did I take that wrong? I may have read that wrong. Doug says, hey, Gear. Hey, Doug, what's up, buddy? How's Alaska? It's still warm up there. I always ask this question when I see people that far up north, like Canada and Alaska and stuff like that. Is it still warm? Because I'm always curious about the weather up there. Now, I could just look on, Weather Channel and see, but, you're on here, so I thought I'd ask. Also, I found something interesting. That I want to talk about. This is something. This is crazy. Hurricane Dorian, as we all know, wreaked havoc on the Bahamas. Let's pray for everyone in the Bahamas. It tore that place up. I feel bad for those people. I know what a lot of people think about the Bahamas if you've never been there. I've never been there. I had a lot of friends that have been there. I've seen pictures. And they think about it being an affluent place. The Bahamas are actually pretty poor once you get away from like the big resorts and stuff like that. So, you know, these people didn't have a lot to begin with, and then this hurricane comes through and just demolishes everything. So let's pray for those people down there and keep them in your thoughts and prayers. But Hurricane Dorian washed up 15 bricks of cocaine weighing 1 kilo each onto Cocoa Beach in Florida. Yep. No lie. Just read this. Hot off the press. It washed up 15 kilos of cocaine onto the beach. And somebody walking down the beach just walked up and found it and then called the police to come get it. And all this, you know, all these bricks of cocaine's just laying there. And they say that each one of those bricks are worth $28,000 each. And they're just washing up on the beach. Now, don't pick those up and try to take them somewhere because that's illegal. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about how much they're worth. Don't do it. But they're also saying that more may wash up. And there was one more washed up in Paradise City Beach in Florida. And they say if you find it, contact the authorities so they can come deal with it, you know. So it's not like somebody was just bringing some up through here and it just washed up. There was some on other beaches washed up as well. So you just got cocaine just washing up on the beaches now in Florida. Man, where's them beef sandwiches? I don't know if Rennie's still on here or not. You know what that means. Let's see here. Keep the flares on. So there's 1 for on and 3 for off. Anybody new that's on the live stream right now, it just got on. I asked the question. I'm just curious. I'll do a video later on what my decision is. But let me know what you guys think about whether to keep my Fender flares on or leave them off. You got Rob's glamour shots yet? Not yet. I actually went by today to see because I was going to do the giveaway of that tonight. But it didn't show up today. Probably tomorrow or Thursday if I was guessing. The only thing I had in my P.O. box today was I need to pay for it for the next 6 months. But I didn't get them yet. But if he sends me glamour shots, I'm putting them on here. There's a bad oil leak. We think it's the crankcase pulley gasket. What does it taste like? Like I said, a lot of that's bad too, man. I hate that happen to you. I really do. But what does it taste like? A lot of people say it tastes like medicine, but I don't taste that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like nothing you'll ever taste. It's an acquired taste, I guess. You either like it or you don't. I've never heard anybody say, excuse me, I can take it or leave it. You know, I can drink it if I got it. No, it's either you like them or you don't. There's not usually much in between. Flares make the Tundra look like a pregnant Tacoma. Oh my gosh, we can't have that smoke. Whoo, we got to leave them things off. We don't want no expecting Tacomas on the. Now, if it could really be a pregnant Tacoma and spit out a new Tundra, we might go with that, but I don't think that's how that works. Keep the flares off. Yep, we got like 5 offs and 1 on. Justin's by himself on this island on keep the flares on right now. Hybrid is what Toyota does. I wouldn't have a concern about buying a hybrid Tundra for the first year. They do a lot of hybrids. I agree with that. But I think this one would have to be different. You'd have to have a lot more power and torque and all that stuff to move that 6,000-pound truck. And they might even put that truck on a diet. Who knows? I've wondered myself if they would ever put on like the composite bed that's on the Tacoma, on the Tundra. I don't know if they would ever do that, but that would have to lighten it up a little bit. There are a few other things. They could go to some other materials instead of steel like, you know, Ford did. Even Chevy has some kind of new bed in their truck. I was watching a video on the other day, and I forget what it's called. But that thing's like basically indestructible, supposedly. So they could go with, lighter materials and get that MPG up. I don't know. I don't know why they've not done that yet on lighter materials, maybe on some of it. Let's see here. Man, I'm a little behind, still behind. There we go. I still think you should lift the back another 3 inches. On my Tundra? No, not without doing the front another 3 inches. That'd look like an old hot rod or something. I say keep them on, but get them painted to the truck's color. Also, what they are. They are painted to the truck's color. They're just a little bit off, but not horribly. I did buy them color matched. I paid a lot of money to get them color matched from the factory, and it is. They put a little bit too much blue metallic in it, but that's the only thing. What are your thoughts on the video of the 2020 Tundra I sent you? I like the 2020 Tundra. I do. It's been a while since I got that video in it. I watched that video. What was it? Remind me of what that video was all about. Remind me if it was the features. I don't know if it's enough to make me trade my truck in. I can't. It's been a while, man. I got ADHD, and if I watch it 10 minutes ago, I probably forgot it. I know I watched that, though. I remember you sent it to me, and I remember watching it. I just can't remember what it was about. Wasn't it about the features on it? It's just not enough features on the 2020 to make me trade yet. I'll say that. It's colder than normal here, around 48 degrees Fahrenheit. That's getting chilly, man. That's getting chilly up there in Canada. I got to say, that's getting a little cold. The 48's chilly to me. We've had some 50s here in the mornings, and I've run the heat. I'm warm-natured. I don't like that cold weather. Cooled down a lot up here in Toronto. Sounds like it. I got a buddy at work. He comes down and works at Deer and then goes back up there from time to time. But he's from, and his wife lives in Canada. They're from, Niagara. It's a very poor island. It is, and a lot of people don't think about that. But it is a very poor island. Yeah, the transmission on the F-150 is messed up from towing a 4,000-pound trailer. That sucks. That's not even that big a trailer. That sucks. What year is that F-150? All Toyota have to do is update the 5.7 V8 engine. I agree, Jimmy. I agree. If they could get a little bit better gas mileage out of that, people would buy the crap out of that, in my opinion, because the MPG is what I hear people complain about the most, and as the number one thing probably that I hear people say why they don't buy a Tundra and they buy something else. So if they just get the MPG up, they've got it cornered. It's about 60 degrees, but you can feel the cooler weather coming. Yep, I figured it was coming. It's, I say that in the mornings, I can feel it coming here. It was like 93 degrees this afternoon. So you go from literally like upper 50s, low 60s to 93. There's literally almost like a 30-degree spread here in Tennessee right now. It's amazing. What's up, everyone? Mo, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the live. Hope you had a great Wednesday. And we're just chilling here, just shellacking a little bit. Just put my tough skin carbon fiber vent surrounds on while listening. They look great. I've thought about going that route. They actually contacted me and wanted to send me the carbon fiber ones, but I had the black ones on the vent rings already, so I just chose the black. But I do want to tell y'all this. Tough Skins now has a fix, and I don't know if I was the one that did this. I contacted them 2 or 3 times for you guys. But they now have a fix for that chrome insert around the shifter. They now have a fix that doesn't tape on, double-side tape like all the rest of their stuff does. You have to pop that piece out and then pop the new piece back in, but it takes that chrome piece off and it won't blind you no more. They're sending me one of those, and there's another piece on around the shifter that they're sending me as well. I do believe that piece does tape on like the rest of it, but he wanted to send me those in carbon fiber, and since I had the vent rings already in black, I just chose to go ahead and get the matte black finish. I was afraid to get a gloss black in anything or a gloss color because I was afraid the sun would hit it and it would still blind you. So I went with a flat color. If I was going to go with carbon fiber on that, I would get the raw carbon fiber because it shouldn't glare. But there is a fix now for that chrome piece. And like I said, they didn't even think about that until I started, emailing them and talking to them about you guys wanting a piece to fix it. And they now have one out there. Video coming soon as soon as I get it in. I'm glad too. I've always wanted something to take that off, and now I finally have it. Let's see here. Where are we at? Flares off, it scratches. Exactly. It scratched pretty bad. It took me forever. My shoulders are wore out taking those scratches out. I live in the east coast of Florida, and I'm glad I didn't lose power, but it's insane. The hurricane hovered over Bahamas for 30 hours. Crazy, but they are in my prayers. It is crazy. I mean, that was the slowest hurricane to be having winds that fast. I mean, the winds were like 180 mile an hour when it hits the Bahamas, and it just sits there and just saturates them. I was like, holy crap. How's the wind blowing that fast and it ain't moving? I don't know. But I'm glad it's not going to hit, Florida really bad. It's turned up the coast. May get a little bit of wind and some rain off of it. But I'm glad you guys are safe. Again, let's pray for the Carolinas. It could get up into there. I've not watched anything on it today, but the last I heard, it could get into like Myrtle Beach and Wilmington and maybe Charleston a little bit too. I've got some friends in Charleston, some friends in Myrtle Beach. So I hope they're all safe and doing well. I'm biased. I like the flares, but I can see why you'd leave them off. Yep. Yep. Well, Sean, if I decide to leave them off, hey, maybe up for sale cheap, buddy. Just saying. Keep them on. So that's about 3 on and 5 off, I think it is. Bet it looks awesome, Sean. You got pictures. Pictures didn't happen, according to Justin. I like the stock look. Keep the flares off. Brian, what is going on, buddy? We were just talking about you. Justin can't make it over there because he broke down. But I don't know if he's told you that or not. Justin just liked a comment I sent. But that was the thing. And welcome to the channel, Brian. If you don't check out the board woodworker, that's a mouthful. Click on that icon, subscribe to that channel. Come on back. Brian hasn't put a video up in a little while, but I know he's been videotaping stuff, and he's got stuff he just needs to edit and put up, so it's coming. I like the flares, so that's about 4 to 6 now. A different rear axle ratio and a newer transmission would do wonders for the Tundra, probably. If you change the gearing, I've got the towing package on mine, so mine's even going to eat up gas even worse. I can do videos, man. Can I stick with pictures? Justin sent me a comment and I was reading it. Nothing you can do. Paint looks different on plastic than metal. I agree. I think that's probably what it is. It just looks different, so there's probably nothing they can really get. But it was close. It was close. You could just tell there was a little bit more blue in it. Just a little bit more blue. M. Jones, I agree. Alberta, we still have good sun. Nice to hear. Good to hear. From Alberta, Canada. Good to hear. Been crazy hot here, like I said, in the daytime. Cold at night. I don't know. It's crazy. You are such a baby. About what? What did I say? I don't remember saying anything. Miguel, the features, push button start, 8-inch screen. Yeah. Like I said, that stuff I can live without. So it's not going to make me go purchase a 2020. If I could get a good deal, like let's say I was in the market. I actually think I did a video on this, but let's say I was in the market for a new truck, and I was having this tough decision to decide between a 19 and a 20, and I got a really good discount on a 19. The features that they've added to the 20 would not supersede the discount I was getting on the 19 if it was a good enough deal. Just saying. Jimmy retracted. Did you talk about the Jeep decision? I did not talk about the Jeep decision because I've not made up my mind about the Jeep. But someone on here may be purchasing the Jeep, and then I'll have to make up my mind. but I've not decided what to get. I will tell y'all this: my wife does not like the Mercedes idea at all. She said it's a 4-door family car. Don't care how much. Don't care if it has 5,000 horsepower in it. She hates it, and she even went so low to say that my 80-year-old stepdad would like it. She said, "Yeah, but your stepdad would like that. Yeah, yeah, something he'd drive." What? What's wrong with that? I don't know. So once I actually get the Jeep sold, then I'll get more serious about finding something else for the channel. It'll cost me more money. It always does, because anything I buy is probably going to wind up being more expensive. That's just how life is over here at the Parton residence. But it is what it is. So either way, I'll buy something else, but I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'll get serious about that whenever that time gets here, and I can actually start having money to go purchase it. What if Toyota made the Crew Max even larger in size? I doubt they would, but that would be amazing. Yeah, kind of like the Mega Cab Dodge. Those things are beastly. But in all seriousness, the Tundra Crew Max really doesn't need to be any bigger. That thing is cavernous as it is. Friday we have a high 16. What? Good Lord. That's chilly. That's chilly. High here Friday is supposed to be right at 90. Still hot. 2011. Is that what year his F-150 is? Good. What? That should be covered. Oh, yeah. I keep thinking like 2011 when it ain't been that long ago, but that's pretty long ago. But that was what my first one was, and yeah, it wasn't great. I'm going to try not to bash Ford as much as I normally do. I'm actually going to put up a video kind of about my stance on that. It's probably not going to be as bad as y'all think it is, but I'm going to try not to bash them as much. I get good views off that, but I'm going to try not to. But my 2011 had transmission problems, but it wasn't that. It was the one where they were having a problem where it felt like he was getting rear-ended. Miguel, I have a 2016 1794, and I want a 6.5 or 8-foot bed on mine for hauling. How hard is that going to be to do? Just curious. I don't know. I maybe you've looked into it. I don't know how hard that's going to be. Bad gas mileage on the Tundra? Oh, yeah. Horrible. You ready for the hurricane in Tennessee? We won't get much here. I don't even know if they're even calling for rain here. Is the Tundra still looking like a mirror? It is. It is. Although my neighbors started a fire and some stuff drifted over, and I need to get that off of it. But I didn't get that done today. I'll do it tomorrow. And plus, my wife wants to start working on the house tomorrow. I've been putting this off as long as I can. But tomorrow is supposed to be the official day that we start working on our house, getting it ready to sell. My mom is actually selling her house. Somebody came by today and looked at it over in North Carolina. She is moving back to Tennessee now. So it's not necessarily that we want to move closer to her, but if we move, it would be out on the same end of town that she is looking at, closer up to where towards Sean lives. So I could be in Johnson City quicker. Let's see here. Rebel, if you are talking about mine, still shiny brightly. Nice. I should have brought mine up there and let you shine mine up. I got the piece around the non-shifter side, but have to figure out how it goes on since it's not a flat piece. The one around the cup holders, you have to take that out and pop it out from what I understand. I haven't got mine in yet, but you have to take that piece out and pop it out and replace that chrome piece with the piece you got in, to the best of my knowledge. That's the way he explained it to me whenever I talked to Brad. But to the best of my knowledge, that's the way I understand it goes on. But if you'll give me a little while, I'll put up a video. Or you can tell me how it goes on, and I won't have to try to figure it out. Either way. What's going on, Gear? I got here late. Dave, no problem. Good to see you. Welcome to the live. Glad you're here. Hope you had a great Wednesday. Dealer wants me to trade in 17 Taco. Taco only has 16,000 miles. Deal they are saying is a 2019 same model Taco and would finance 8K course only owe 8K on the current truck, would you trade? So let's see here. Trading in a 17 for 19. You owe 8K, and they're wanting you 8K more. Is that what you're saying? So it'd be 16,000 you'd be financing, or are you owe $8,000 and they're going to let you trade your truck and still only owe $8,000? I would assume that means 16,000. And I got to be honest with you, they did do some changes a little bit in those model years, not much. I almost wouldn't. I would almost wait another year or two. I know the 20 has some new stuff coming to it, and who knows what the 2021 is going to bring. But I don't think there's enough changes in those years that I would do it myself for another $8,000. I might hold out and go to like a 2020 towards the end of next year and see if I couldn't get a deal close to that and get some of the upgrades. That's just my opinion. Where are we at? Behind. That's where we're at. When I start talking, the screen jumps because I'm on a phone, and Rob Motive knows what I'm talking about. And then you have to go back through your comments to find them. If I don't keep my thumb up here and keep it moving, which y'all can't see my thumb, it's over here to the side. But if I don't keep the screen moving, comments go away, and then it jumps down the bottom. It's hard to see a hurricane spinning on Earth. Yeah. I love the 430 gears. Yep, it's really torquey, but it sucks that gas, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Pictures later, Justin, have other upgrades too. Nice, nice. Still feels like summer here during the day. It really does. In the mornings, it's a little bit chilly. Not bad enough to wear a coat or anything, but in the evening, whew. I've not put these decals on yet. I got them out to show you. Thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. I've not put them on yet because I don't want to put them on in like 91-degree heat. I'd like it to be like in the 80s at least, and I can't get it down low enough temperature to put those things on. It's funny. I was going to do it yesterday. It didn't reach like under 90 degrees till it was almost dark, and I can't shoot a video in the dark, and the same thing for today. Now it's a tie. Keep the flares on. Yep, basically a tie now. I still think you should get a G37 coupe. I like the G37, but I don't know. It's a nice car, though. Did she like the Viper idea? Actually, Sean, all right, here, it's funny. So she didn't like the idea of me selling the Roush. She didn't like that idea. Then, when I showed her the Viper, she liked the Viper, but she's a Mustang person. Big Mustang fan her whole life. Hated me selling the Roush, hated the idea. When I showed her the picture of the Mercedes, the four-door, she hated that family car look so bad that she goes, "What happened to the Viper idea?" And she was totally against it on me selling the Mustang. As soon as she seen the four-door car, she was like, No, I think it'd be pretty cool myself. Have this big sleeper, it just smokes everybody's hind end, but hey, that's just me, but you know, it is what it is. Wait, is 430 gear for heavy-duty truck? 430s is what's in the Tundra for if you have the towing package. Jimmy, it would be considered a HD, but the weight and the payload, it would put you in a Class B license if you max the payload. Yeah, I'm not going up anything that big as far as towing. It's going to be 100 here in Mississippi this weekend. I'm hearing that's going to be hot for some college football right there. I'm sure there is a game in Mississippi somewhere. I don't know if Ole Miss or Mississippi State has a game, but that's hot. That is extremely hot. You're going to have some cramping and maybe some heat exhaustion in that. Jimmy, stock gears are 410. I was thinking they were 430 in the towing package. Am I wrong? I like the Mercedes idea. I started looking at them myself. Man, Mercedes is nice. And if you find one's unmolested with low miles, you can get them reasonable. And 469 horsepower and 516 foot-pounds of torque is a lot. And then, like I said, you do a pulley swap and a tune, you're over 500 horsepower. That's a beast. And she didn't care. She just didn't care. She was all against it. I don't know. Hi, Justin. So we're still looking. We're still looking. Hello, Rob Motive. What's up, buddy? The board woodworker. I believe they only make one bed for the 1794 because my brother has a 1794 Tundra as well. Yes, they're all 1794s in platinum are crew maxes, and they all have the short bed. Hey, Brian, what's up? Justin, hope the move goes well. The cleaning part is always fun when you're planning to move. We have a lot of stuff we need to do. The one thing we're going to start out with is dry locking the basement. We've been talking about dry locking the basement. I have a small leak back in the corner, and we've been talking about dry locking that thing for years, and that's what we're going to start out with. And I've been putting it off because I hate paint. God, I hate paint. I hate it. But that's coming tomorrow. Miguel, they don't make one of the 5.5 foot is pretty close to the same mounting locations. Okay, I didn't know that. I was just curious how hard that was going to be to do. Would get payoff and finance 8, so just 8. Well, if all I had to finance was what I owed, well, I'd probably do that. I mean, that's pretty nice. Yeah. If I could trade for a new truck and still only owe what I owed on the one I got now, I'd do that in a heartbeat. What's your opinion on sway bars? Are they worth the time, money you put in? All right. I don't know yet. I've been thinking about a sway bar on my truck. Everybody says how much difference it makes and how much greater it drives and stuff like that. I've never had one on my truck, but I hear all this greatness about it. They will fit on a 3-inch lift, so I can put one on my truck. I've just not done it yet. I will say this. If you go off-road and you have a lot of travel in your wheels when you're off-roading, you do not want a sway bar on. Don't put one on if you're off-roading. If you're a mile crawler and you do a lot of interstate driving, they say they're the cat's meow. So, I mean, I don't know that. That's just speaking from hearsay. I know Brian has had one on his truck on here, the board woodworker. So he may be able to just speak up and, and say whether or not how much better it is with or without it. But with a lift, with my lift, I don't feel like I need it, and that's why it's been so hard on me to buy one, because I don't have a lot of body roll in my truck right now, so it's just hard for me to spend that money. Even though it's not expensive, it's like $250 or $80 or something like that. It's just hard for me to shell that out for something that I may or may not really need. But like I said, if you don't go off road and your truck is stock height, I've drove some stock height trucks and they do have some body roll. I'd say it would help. But if it's lifted, I'm not sure you need it. Miguel, sorry, type 6.5. I was thinking it was 6.5. That's what you meant. The board woodworker, okay, I'm just being stupid. Those are some nice Tundra letters. They are some nice Tundra letters. I don't know where them things come from originally. But the board woodworker, exactly, I thought they only made one size bed. And they do in the Crew Max trucks now. 98 in South Louisiana. That's hot. I imagine it don't get very cold down there anyway, even in the winter. I see some pretty interesting stuff. I'm parking at Walmart, not. Oh my God, I'd say you do. People at Walmart. I used to love looking at them pictures because them people did some crazy stuff. But you go to Florida and go to Walmart, and Jesus, Pete. Whew, you don't know what you're going to see down there. Currently on a 17 Tundra and just rented a new F-150 King Ranch 3.5 or 3.5 twin turbo, and have to say it was a much nicer truck than my Tundra. I will say this, when the 3.5 twin turbo works right, that motor is a beast. When it does not work right, start praying. And I'm not knocking the truck, I'm just telling you my experience. And I've heard some horror stories with the 3.5s, some turbo issues and some internal timing chains, stuff like that. I will never own another EcoBoost. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But they are nice trucks. I'm not denying that. And when that truck runs right, it's a horse. It's a horse. It'll outrun the Tundra, hands down. Justin, I am sure you do. You need a garage gear, new house for you. Yep, that's exactly right. My wife has condemned me to buying any more vehicles than I currently own. So when I sell the Jeep, I can buy something to replace it, but that's it. I can't buy something two. I can't buy something. Sorry, I can't buy two. Now, she said when we buy a house and we have a garage, we can park a couple under the garage, and then if I wanted to buy one more, we'd talk about it. But as of right now, I'm cut back. I'm cut off as far as buying cars, except to replace the Jeep. Hey, Automotive, good call on the tires. Keep the original, never know when you may trade it. That's exactly what I did. I bought originals the other day just so, if I ever did trade it, I could keep my wheels. I love my wheels. That's one thing that sold me on the truck. I don't want to get rid of the wheels, so I bought something to replace them if I ever trade it. I mean, for a V6 3.7 VQHR motor, shared. Sorry, somebody called. It wasn't Rob Motive this time. It's probably one of them people said, we're calling about your extended warranty. Has shared with 370Z. It keeps up with Corvettes, especially with mine being tuned by Admin Tuning, the best tuner for Nissan and Infiniti. Nice, but I don't see me buying one of those. I will say that. I don't see me buying that. At one time, probably, but right now, if I decide to go sports car, it's going to be the Mercedes. As bad as my wife hates it, I just can't see me not being able to spend $16,000 or $17,000 total and have it over 500 horsepower. That 370Z or that Infiniti is not going to keep up with a 525 horsepower Mercedes. It just ain't going to happen. And for the bang for the buck, I think that's one of the best bang for the bucks out there right now. So you haven't decided to sell the Roush yet? No. Man, I hate to sell a car. God, I like that car more than my wife does. And I thought about buying the Viper, and it's still in the back of my mind, but I had to sell that car. God, I hate to sell that car. I actually sent an email out to Roush yesterday, and I'm trying to see how rare my color scheme is on my car, because I've never seen another one that color as far as the blue on blue. I can't even find a picture on the internet, so I'm just curious how rare the blue on blue is. So I sent them an email, give them my VIN number, ask them, send me back how many were made and stuff like that. So they're supposed to be getting that to me. I've just not got it yet. I'll let y'all know that. I'll probably do a video on that whenever I get that back. Here in Tucson is hell heat 106. Oh my gosh, that is hot. Don't stay outside too long. It'll raise your body temperature. Good Lord. You're too humble to drive a Mercedes. And I don't really give a crap that it has a peace sign on the front. That is definitely not the whole thing about it. 500 horsepower is a lot of horsepower in anything. Now, the ride that you get along with it is something that's pretty nice as well. But I don't care what emblem's on the front. 500 horsepower is 500 horsepower. That's ridiculous. Het the sway bar. Het. I think he meant get the sway bar. Yo, K-Pop Right. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Hope you had a great day. Had a sway bar on my 16. It did make it drive better on the road. And that's what I've heard. That's basically what I've heard. On the road with a 3.2 level, it made a huge difference on stock with tires. The wider the tires, the less you will notice it. That's exactly it. My 35 1250s, I'll probably never notice it. Wait, what? You want I should call? No. You want I should, and that's not a sentence. But no, I already got a call. I've got good enough service. It just kicked back. Just checking. Are you on live chat? I don't know. I'm so far into the live stream now, it probably doesn't matter. Although the King Ranch was a really nice truck, my 17 Tundra is paid for, and I'm not planning on buying any truck. I don't blame you there at all, Craig. I don't blame you there at all. Did you do the EDC trade review, or did I miss the upload? I did the review yesterday. That will upload either Friday or probably Saturday or Sunday. I don't know if I'll put a video up Saturday since football's on, but it'll probably either be Friday or Sunday. But I shot it yesterday. Not shot the trade, but I shot the video. I'm in Savannah riding out the hurricane. Not supposed to be bad for us. That's what I've heard. I'm glad to hear that. Really, really glad to hear that, actually. I like Savannah and that area down in there, so it's really good to hear that you guys are not supposed to get much of it. Stay safe. Everybody in the storm's path, please stay safe. Sport comes with sway bar. I did not know that. I think you are the perfect age to drive a four-door Mercedes. Plenty of room for your walker and bib. I know, right? That's what I tried to tell her. Look, at our age, honey, we're old, and we need that kind of car. We're not so old that we can't enjoy the horsepower, but we need that look in our life. She just ain't buying it. AMG C63, nope, it's an E55 AMG. So, if, a little older, it's like a 2004, 2005. You can still find them with low miles, but my gosh, they're torque monsters. Mercedes are endless money pit, Scotty Kilmer's words. I've heard the E55 is not bad. I've read a lot of articles on that, and there are actually E55s out there that's not had a ton of work on them with over 400,000 miles. Sounds good. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. I appreciate it, buddy. Like I said, it's coming up. Rob, he can take his mom and Pam to the Cracker Barrel on Sunday. I can, Sean, and I can meet you there. Because that's the closest one to me. So thanks for the shout out, too. My mouth was full. I couldn't type. I understand. I do get it, because this right here allows you only, one hand. I get it. Miguel, I agree. You got to pay to play. You do have to pay to play. That is very true. LOL, Sean, and the dinner theater later at night. I don't do dinner theaters. I'm out on that. If I'm ready for a Buick Century, just bury me in my Tundra. Yeah, it'd be hard to do that. Buick, I don't know if they have ever made a car that I liked. I'm just throwing out, if you own a Buick, I'm sorry. I'm sure they make decent cars. I've just never seen one that I like personally. Just my opinion. M. Jones, amen, brother. Good night, guys. See you next time. 4 a.m. comes fast. It does. I get to get up a little bit later today. We got training at work this week, so I'm going to be until 7, so I get up a little later. You will develop a liking for them with the Mercedes. Buick Grand National. All right, that may be one, the Grand National. I wasn't thinking that far back, but I would take a Grand National, especially if I could sell it tomorrow for what it's worth, because those things are bringing over $100,000 right now. Night Woodworker. All right, guys, we've been here a little over an hour. Hour went by quick tonight. Had a good time. Had a few things I was going to show, but didn't get around to it because y'all kept me busy, and that's the way I like it. On these live streams, you can ask me anything you want to, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. But let's see here to get through these last comments. Mighty Night Brian. See you guys. The giveaway. I don't have a giveaway yet. It didn't show up. But anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching the videos. It is greatly appreciated as well. I hope you guys have a safe rest of your week. Please stay safe if you're in the path of the storm. And we'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. See you later.